Welcome to Egyptology 101. On this channel, we discuss a wide variety of topics relating to the ancient Egyptian world, including art, architecture, religion, history, and much more. In today's video, we'll be discussing the ancient Egyptian pyramid texts. What are these texts? When did they first appear? Where are they found? These are just some of the questions we'll be considering in today's video. The pyramid texts represent the earliest known Egyptian collection of royal funerary literature. This corpus most likely evolved from an oral tradition, and it consists of around 900 individual spells. The ancient Egyptians believed in life after death, and the pyramid text spells were meant to provide knowledge and be of service to the deceased individual during their afterlife journey. The earliest known example of the pyramid text spells appears within the Old Kingdom pyramid of Unis at Saqqara. Saqqara sits just south of Giza, where the famous 4th dynasty pyramids of Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure stand. The pyramid of Unis dates to the end of the 5th dynasty, or about 2300 BCE. Here is a photo showing the inside of the pyramid of Unis, and as you can see, the spells cover the walls of these interior chambers. The subsequent kings and queens of the Old Kingdom and First Intermediate period also decorated their interior pyramid chambers with these spells. This includes the pyramids of Kings Teti, Pepi I, Merenre, Pepi II, and Ibi, as well as the pyramids of many of the queens. Although there are around 900 pyramid text spells in total, each Old Kingdom pyramid had a unique selection of spells, and the number of spells per pyramid varies. For example, Unis's pyramid has 228 spells, while Pepi II's pyramid has more than 675. The pyramid texts were written in the Old Egyptian language, and they were carved primarily in vertical columns on these internal walls. In this particular photo, the spells run from top to bottom, and they read from right to left. These spells can vary in length. For example, some spells are very short and only include a few lines of text, while others can cover significant portions of a wall. Even if you can't read hieroglyphs, one element that you will be able to recognize is the king's name, which appears frequently throughout these pyramid text spells. For example, we can identify Teti's name multiple times in this one image. The king's name is enclosed within an oval design known as a cartouche, which was a device used to mark royal names. So now let's take a look at some pyramid text spells in more detail. Some of these spells help provide protection to the deceased during their afterlife journey. For example, pyramid text spell 588 describes the sky goddess Nut protecting the deceased king Merenre. Osiris Nemtiemzoth Merenre, your mother Nut has spread herself over you in her identity of Shetpet. She has made you be a god without your opponent in your identity of a god. She has protected you from everything bad in her identity of the great Siv. You are the eldest of her children. There are also spells that describe different realms in the afterlife and the gods whom the deceased will encounter. For example, the beginning of pyramid text spell 217 describes the deceased king Unis coming to the god Sun Atum, and this spell states that the deceased and the god shall travel together. Sun Atum, this Unis has come to you, an imperishable Ak, lord of the property of the place of the 4 papyrus columns. Your son has come to you, this Unis has come to you. You shall both traverse the above after gathering in the netherworld, and rise from the Akhet, from the place in which you have both become Ak. This spell highlights the interaction between the king and the god, and it mentions different realms including the above, the netherworld, and the Akhet, which was a liminal space between the netherworld and the visible horizon. Hopefully, these two spells help to illustrate the complexity of this funerary literature. Not only do the pyramid texts include a wide range of grammatical constructions and vocabulary, but they also incorporate mythological allusions, descriptions of various mortuary rituals, and references to many different gods, entities, and realms. In addition, these texts provide insight into the intricacies of Egyptian religious belief, which was well established by the 5th dynasty. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please check out the description below to find additional resources relating to the pyramid texts. Also, please feel free to leave any suggestions for topics you would like to see discussed in future videos.